Hi, Lena here. This video is for you who wants to continue working on your flower drawing, or who missed class for some reason, or who wants to catch up. So let's take a look at flowers. Here are some drawings of flowers, and notice that they are close-ups. So we are not going to draw tiny little flowers in this exercise. We are going to use the entire paper and zoom in to get the details of a flower. And by doing this, the drawing becomes abstract in a way. We're going to practice shading techniques. We're going to learn about value. Let's get started. What will you need? You need your art journal, a pencil sharpener, an eraser, watercolor kit with a brush, and a little cup of water so that you can rinse your brush. And you may need your color pencils. So go and get your supplies so we can start. I want you to use your own imagination. You can come up with your own flower. That's what I'm doing here. I've never seen this flower in real life, but it is a close-up. So in real life, if this flower existed, it would be very small in comparison to this drawing. It's like I had a magnifying glass and I zoomed in on it. Now I'm going to use my watercolors, and this is the watercolor kit that you all got. Make sure you take off the cap, and then there's a little black top. Take that off so you can screw the two pieces together to create one solid brush. You could put water inside of the tube before you screw the two pieces together, and that will help you while you're painting. You squeeze the brush and water will come out at the very tip. Here we go. I'm ready to start. I think I'm going to make my flower with different tints and shades of purple and blue. We have talked about shading techniques in class. We have also learned a lot about value. The value of a color. The value of a color is how dark a color is or light a color is, and all the ranges in between, and how you get there. Well, if you're using watercolors, like what we are doing in this project, you have to be really careful. When you want an area to be really dark, you have to rub that color cake for a really long time to really get the pigment on the brush tip. I have decided to make the flower petals that are close to the center the darkest. So I'm rubbing my brush on the color cake for a really long time to make it as rich as possible. I might even mix the purple and the blue to make a different shade of purple, more of a blue purple. Remember, when you want the color to gradually change into a lighter color, you have to add more water and spread the paint out. You're diluting it with water to make it lighter. Be consistent. Stick with the pattern. Decide which part of your flower petal is going to be dark, in which direction is it gradually going to change into a lighter color. Being consistent will help your painting look more three-dimensional. It will help your painting have a little bit of depth, even though it is a close-up of a flower. I think Georgia O'Keeffe would be very fond of my artwork here. I think she would actually like it. Feel free to use your imagination. And if you really want the flower to look like a flower that you have nearby, or you know of a photo of a flower and you want to look at it, you can do that as well. Wow, this is a beautiful flower that I saw when I took a walk. Reminds me of the flower I'm making actually. I'm almost done with my petals. If you need to take a break, leave your painting for a while and come back to it. We are going to color the entire surface. I want you to know that the darker colors have a tendency to make things look like they're going back into the painting, and the lighter, brighter colors pop out towards you. Oh, yeah, I'm glad you noticed. I am using a color pencil. You are right. And I am going to say this: if you want to use color pencils, once your painting is all dry, you can definitely do that. I want to use color pencils for my details. I want to create shading. And remember, when you use color pencils, you have to push down really hard to make it dark, and then to make it lighter, put less pressure down and barely touch the paper. Here's my dark background because I really want my flower to pop forward, and the dark background is helping my flower pop out because the black feels like it's going back into space. I love shading with colored pencils. It's a lot of fun. You have to sharpen them quite often though, and you can't really erase that well with them. But other than that, they are fabulous. I am going to shade my leaves in here. I'm going to make them darker in some areas and lighter in other areas to kind of create the feeling of the leaf not being completely flat, but actually have some volume. I love the feeling of almost being done. I can't wait to share this painting with my daughter. She is turning 14 tomorrow, so maybe I can give this to her as a present. Now I want you to finish your drawing and then paint it and use color pencils if you want to. And once you're done with it, I want you to post it in the Google Classroom so that I can see it. So don't forget to post the finished art piece under assignment in the Art Google Classroom. Yay, I'm almost done. Just adding some more details with my color pencils. I did it! You can do it too. Be nice to yourself and don't give up.